Hi everyone, welcome to this week's video. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Dandy Designs Designer Series paper. This paper is a huge pack of paper that is free when you spend $100 during Sale-a-bration, and you get 48 12 by 12 sheets of paper in fun, bright patterns. So let me put this up so you can see all of the patterns. It hardly fits in the screen because there are so many. But lots of bright and fun patterns, polka dots, stripes, plaids, stars, flowers. This paper has got it all, and you see there is quite a few patterns, and the coordinating colors are nice and bright, perfect for Easter and spring crafting. And I'm going to show you a couple other ways that I've used the paper too, that might be a little outside of the box, that would not be your first use of the paper. But before we get started with our card for today, I did want to show you a little sneak peek of some of my card classes that I have this month, so you can see those. And the first one is featuring another Sale-a-bration stamp set, or a product, a stamp set called Thanks a Bunch. And this is a note card stamp-a-stack. So I designed 5 note cards, and you'll get a whole package of note cards in your class kit. So you'll get to make 20 note cards. And I used the Thanks a Bunch stamp set, which we used last week in the video. It's the one with the carrots. So some of these cards have the carrots, but some of them just use sentiments from the stamp set and not even related to the carrots at all. So super cute note cards. You'll get to make 20, and the class includes over $50 of product. Plus the stamp set for free. So you get a whole package of the 6x6 Regals paper, you get linen thread, you get these dots, you get rhinestones, and you get this ribbon combo pack, which has this, I think it's Sahara sand, and then this old olive ribbon. You get the note cards that come along with envelopes, and then of course you'll get a tutorial with instructions to tell you how to put all your cards together, and you'll get all of the cardstock pieces too that you'll need. So that is a fun class. The deadline for that one is coming up on Monday, February 13th. So I will post a link in the description so you can read all the details and sign up if you'd like. And then the other class that I have ready for this month is from my Christmas card club. And I know some of you who don't follow me or haven't followed me for very long might not know this, but I make Christmas cards year-round, and I have a Christmas card club, so you can do it with me. And then when it gets to be time to send your cards in December, you have them all done, which is really nice. Plus, I love to craft for Christmas. So this time of year, it does get a little bit tricky because we don't have a whole lot of current Christmas products. So I do some different color combinations, and pick out some different papers, but I love how this month's cards turned out. There's lots of blue, if you like blue Christmas, you will love the cards this month. This is the balmy blue and white variegated ribbon. It is so pretty. And this Regency Park paper. And then I used a stamp set that carried over from our holiday catalog, the Celebrate with Tags. It has a couple Christmas sentiments and then a mitten, and this texture stamp is actually in there too. This mitten stamp I think is my favorite one. So, and then this one I colored that ribbon with Stampin' Blends markers. So this is more classic Christmas colors, but I mean this is pink, so not quite, but close. And like I said, lots of blues. So that's Christmas Card Club. That one is a subscription, and it's $39 a month, which includes shipping. You always get around $20 of product plus all the cardstock pieces cut and ready for you to assemble your cards, and you make 2 of each of these, so 8 cards total. And again, it comes with instructions, envelopes, the whole thing. So I'll put a link for the sign up for that one too in the description, and that one, the deadline is February 15th, so that one is next Wednesday. Okay, and then we have a host code this week. If you place an order using the host code this week, I'm going to send you a PDF tutorial for today's card. Here is a little preview. If you spend more than $50, you can earn a level 1 Sale-a-bration reward. Spend $100 to earn the paper that we're using today or the stamp set. They're both $100 rewards. And then if you spend more than $75, I'm going to send you a free package of the In Color Opal Rounds that we're using on our card today. So there's your incentive. I'll have a shopping link in the description also so that you can shop. And that's good today, February 9th through the 15th. Okay, let's take a look at our card for today. This, you might not first pick out that this is some of the Dandy Designs paper. You might have even thought that's just cardstock. But if you look carefully, it is some of the Designer Series paper. And I thought this was a fun way to show it off using one of the more subtle patterns. This card we made at a team gathering that I held in December. And it was designed by Rhonda Wade. And I just loved this design, especially this embossing folder. So let's put the card together and I'll show you everything close up. We have a crumb cake card base, and then a piece of crumb cake that is 5 1/4 by 4. And this one is embossed. Now, I should have looked up the name. I think it's Painted Posies embossing folder. But it is a really, really pretty one. I actually bought it just to make this card, but I was so glad that I did because it's gorgeous. It's got those flowers and really nice texture. So I love it. I'm glad that I bought it, and I've used it for a couple of other cards since then. So if you don't have it yet, I highly recommend that one. So I'm just going to lay this down flat on my card front. And then we have this piece that's cut with the Scallop Contours dies out of Petal Pink cardstock. And that, of course, is the color in our Designer Series paper. And again, it's just a very subtle pattern. So, excuse me, we're going to stamp our large floral image, and the stamp set we're using today is another Sale-a-bration reward. And this is the stamp set I'll be featuring next week on my social media. So you'll see more of it, but it's free with a $100 purchase. It has the large floral image, and then these stamps fill in, so you can just do stamping, or you can color it with markers or watercolor pencils or something like that. And this one also has a lot of great sentiments. So this is a wonderful stamp set. If you want both the stamp set and the paper, you have to spend $200, but it's pretty easy to do with all the great products in our catalogs, right? Excuse me. All right, we're using Early Espresso ink today. And you notice my stamp is really, really stained. We did some stamping with the Stays On black ink because we were stamping on vellum, so we wanted to use the permanent ink. But that does stain your photopolymer stamp. So I'm just making sure I ink this up good because I can't really see if it is inked well or not. And let's see. I'm going to grab a scrap paper to put underneath because it's going to go off the edge a little bit. You may want to use your stamp apparatus when you are doing this because then you can ink and stamp again if you need to. I'm just saying a little prayer that it will stamp nicely the first time because I did not get out my stamp apparatus. Not too bad. Could be better, but we'll take it. All right. So there we have it. And then the other thing we're going to do on here is add a little bit of Wink of Stella, if I can find where it went. There we go. So Wink of Stella is our clear glitter brush. And I'm just going to use it to color in the flower petals. And all it does is adds a little bit of shimmer to your project. And sometimes it doesn't carry over very well on the video, but in person, the shimmery effect is really, really pretty. This can also be used kind of to watercolor. It's a lot like our water painters. And actually, I save, when mine get empty, I save them and use them like water painters, and then it just adds a little shimmer when you're watercoloring, which is kind of fun. So get that big one, and we'll get this one, and then we have these little flowers over here. I will say a tip for using this. So if you purchase one, look up on YouTube. There is a video that kind of gives you some tips how to use it from Stampin' Up. It's like 7 years old, the video is, but It has some good tips. It'll show you, it comes with a little kind of seal around here that you have to remove before you use it. And just like our water painters, you can see it says push on the side, so you have to squeeze it a little. I recommend not doing that over your project. I recommend squeezing before you start to get the glitter up into the brush or on a scrap paper. Sometimes you can get globs that come out of here and you don't want to ruin your project with a glob of glitter. So you can see it kind of added just some shimmer. I don't know how well you can see that, but it is really cool. I love the Wink of Stella. So it doesn't take that long to dry. I'm going to attach this to my scallop die here. And I don't think I said the size of the designer series paper. It's 2.5 by 3 3/4. There we go. And then before I attach it, I'm going to wrap around some of our white crinkled seam binding ribbon. And I'm just going to wrap it around twice and tie in a bow. So we'll cut that off. Oh my. I need to clean my scissors. They've been used to open boxes and they are not that sharp because they're dirty. All right, I'll fix that end up in a second. So let's tie our bow here. All right, get this started again. And I'm just going to tie a bow off to the side. I am going to add my sentiment on the right side. So you want your bow to be all the way over on the left. This ribbon is really easy to work with. And the nice thing about our white and light colored ribbons is you can color them too, like I showed you in that Christmas card club card. So I have colored this ribbon many times. Oh, and now I've got that end. All right, maybe we'll make our end shorter so we don't have that little torn end there. There we go. Okay, and now I'm going to attach that to my card with some dimensionals. There we go. We'll center that here. And then we're going to stamp our sentiment. So I've cut a banner from the Stylish Shapes dies, and we're going to do Sending Happy Thoughts. You can tell I've used these stamps quite a bit because they are pretty stained. So I'm using Early Espresso again. And then before I put my ink away, I do have some stamping inside the card too. So I cut another scalloped rectangle with the scalloped contours dies. It's the same size as the one on the front of the card. And we are going to stamp for a feeling better kind of day for the inside. And then you could write your message in there too, and you still have plenty of space. But it's nice to have those inside sentiments because then you don't feel like you have to write so much. And I know I have plenty of customers who have asked for inside sentiments. So this one works for the inside, which is kind of nice. Okay, I'm going to add my sentiment over the ribbon with a few dimensionals. And since we're going over ribbon, I'm going to put 3 on. With a banner this size, I usually just put 2, but that'll help it stick down with that ribbon under there. And then we'll just put our inside piece down with some Stampin' Seal. And that's kind of a fancy way to finish the inside of the card. And then we'll finish off with a few of our In Color Opal Rounds. So these come in our In Colors from 2021 through this year. So these colors will be retiring at the end of April. And one of my tips for Sale-a-bration is if you like these In Colors and you want to stock up on the cardstock or your ink refills or ribbons that come in these colors or these embellishments, now is a good time to do that because a lot of times the In Color stuff sells out pretty fast once the retired list comes out and once some of the things go on sale. So my advice is don't wait until then. If you like the In Colors, stock up on those things now, and then you can earn your Sale-a-bration rewards too while you are shopping for them. So even though this is a different color, the pale papaya actually goes really well on the petal pink. So I'm going to put one in the center of the flower, and then we'll just add a few more on here. That is one thing I love about Stampin' Up! Colors. The coordination's just really great because even though they're different colors, the shades are, it's just kind of like different shades of the same color sometimes. So there is our card. Kind of a different take on the Dandy Designs paper, but really pretty, I think. Now I am going to show you the other cards that we made at our team gathering. They all used this stamp set and the Dandy Designs paper, and I'm going to share these cards and pictures next week when I feature this stamp set, but I thought I'd show them to you today. So this one has one of the balmy blue patterns of the Designer Series paper. I think this is one of my favorite patterns, mostly because it's purple and that's my favorite color. So this was where we stamped in the Stays-On ink on the vellum, and that's how my stamp got stained, but it was worth it, I think. That's really pretty. And then this one just has one of those fun polka dot designs. I really like that one too. So pretty, pretty, pretty paper, pretty stamp set. Okay, I have a few other cards to show you using the Dandy Designs paper. These are some swaps that I received. So this one is fun. She used it with the adorable owls and colored him kind of some funky colors, which I think is cute. That one is Leslie Baumgartner. So that's really cute. And she used just a little strip of the paper there. This and the rest use the Beautifully Happy stamp set too. So this paper and stamp set obviously go really well together. But I love the colors. She just pulled them right out of that polka dot pattern and used those colors for the rest of her card. Super pretty. This one is Kathy Miller. This one, I like this pattern too. Again, it's purple, but floral. And then this is some of our 2022 to 2024 In Color Glimmer paper in Parakeet Party. That's kind of a fun color combination too. That one is from Ruth Norton. And then this one, she used one of the blue and green patterns. And this is, again, there's stamps that fill in the colors, so you don't have to color, you just stamp, which is awesome. That one is Dina Rico. So very, very cute cards. And then I told you I'd show you a little out-of-the-box ideas. So last month for my Christmas card club, I included some of this paper in their card kit, and they used it on some Christmas cards. So I don't know about you, but non-traditional Christmas colors I think are fun. So I did a purple Christmas card and used my favorite purple pattern in there. And this is our fine shimmer paper, which I also love. Anything sparkly. This one I use the greens, so that's a little more traditional Christmassy colors. And then more blue Christmas and more of that fine shimmer paper. This was the fourth card. I didn't use any of the Dandy Designs paper on that, but I thought it would be fun to show you those. Just another use for that paper. So here again is our card for this week. And remember, if you place an order this week, any amount using the host code, then I will send you a free PDF tutorial to tell you again how to make this card with all the measurements and everything. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you click and subscribe so that you'll get notified when I post a new video every week. And I hope you'll be back to watch again next time. Happy stamping. Bye.